Shiyu, welcome to the Red Road East. I am your host, Fierce Truth Seeker. Yes, today we have Sacred Sun Days, okay? And pardon for not having the nice music intros and all the other introductory things that precede the show. However, I am at a different location today. So, therefore, we don't have those luxuries. Anyway, we are continuing the conversation from last Sunday, okay, Sunday, all right, which is when the sacred becomes profane, okay, how undermining indigenous traditions affect the community, okay, and let's try to see where we left off at. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Let's see. We have one person watching now. Okay. Give a couple of minutes for some more people to join in. And for those who are generous enough to leave a donation, I left the link in the chat. Better yet, let me put that up one more time because the words are running into the link. Give me a second. So we're gonna go for a half an hour. And the topic of last week was such a sensitive topic, which requires a lot of attention that I didn't get a chance to finish because there was a lot of material to cover. And this, even today, we might not be able to cover everything. So we might have to continue tomorrow on Moon Day. Okay. So let's just give about 2 minutes for everyone to come in. And yeah, we'll start then. Okay. In the meantime, let me just fix the lighting in here and we'll start. Let's see how that works. No, that's worse. Let me see. Right with you. Let's see how this works. Yeah, not too crazy about that lighting. Should I be facing? Let me see, maybe this way. Need another light source. Yeah. Oh well. Again, I'm not at the regular location, so we'll just have to make do with the light as it is. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to delay any further. And so, last Sunday, we we left off talking about the aspect of the sermon dealing with alcohol. Okay. And I was telling you all about how when you consume, first of all, there's already a lot of studies that say that quote unquote Indians shouldn't drink liquor. Okay. And I know that from my own family. Okay. This is a fact. All right. So, what you have to remember is that these things have, whether it be alcohol, whether it be tobacco, whether it be marijuana, whether it be all of these things, cigarettes, cigars, all of it comes under that banner. A lot of these things that are vices today had its origins with spiritual traditions. Okay. And I know I'm going to lose viewers when I talk about this stuff because some of y'all are getting ready to take a sip right now. Some of y'all are getting ready to take a puff on that blunt right now. Some of y'all about to take a drag on a cigarette right now. Okay. Some of y'all are going off somewhere to do some gambling right now. Okay. I don't care if you don't watch. It's going to be right at a moment when you fools are going to be going somewhere doing some of that stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. And somewhere out of the blue, this video is going to pop up anyway. That's just how spirit works. Okay. You can't escape it. Okay. You might be going in the liquor store. And somebody might have their phone on and they might have the Red Road East playing. Okay. And you might hear me talking about this stuff. Okay. If it's meant for you to hear this message, you can't run. Okay. It's going to catch up with you anyway. Okay. So, with that said, let's get right into it. I'm going to scare the hell out of some of y'all right now. All right. So, we left off talking about how these, what you call wine and spirits, liquor, okay? Wine and spirits. Why do you think they call these drinks wine and spirits? Okay? Why is that? They call them wine and spirits because they have spirits in them. Okay? Alcohol. I showed you on last Sunday the breakdown of the etymology of the word alcohol. Okay? I showed you where that comes from. Spirits. Okay? Why do they think they have liquors called gin? Okay? What is a gin? You sip on it at the bar, okay, but you never ask yourself, why do they call it jinn? Okay, a jinn is an entity, a demon. Okay, you ever watch the cartoons where back in, remember when childhood, where you would see a genie and they say make a wish, you rub on the lamp, okay, and a genie appears. That's where you get jinn, genie, okay, that entity in a bottle. Okay, it doesn't necessarily just have to be a bottle, it can be in a sigil or a seal, okay, and you can invoke these things, okay, all right. Anything you can put a jinn in a container, okay. You see these things in like Haitian voodoo, okay, and other traditions like that, okay, and you find them making things that contain spirits, you know, or even in pots that you see in voodoo or palo, in those traditions, okay, and they contain or hold the spirits, okay. So don't believe the fierce truth seeker. Let's take a look at it, okay. Let us take a look at it. I don't like to just talk. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share the screen with you all right now, okay. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about, because me just saying these things, you're not going to believe me. So I have to pull this up and prove it to you. Okay? So let me pull this up and share the screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Because y'all are not going to believe me. So I'm going to have to share this screen with y'all. Hold tight. I'm pulling this up so that y'all can see. Here we go. Okay. So right about now, this should be on the screen. And it says here, who or what are the jinn? Okay. And you see here, it says, see, don't believe me. Look on the screen. See where the mouse is? I don't know if y'all can see my mouse. It says jinn, DJINN, which the D is silent. Okay. Jinn, genies, demons, and daemons. Okay. Who or what are the jinn? Okay, it says curious to know who or what the jinn are. The term jinn can be drawn to the word janu or jana, a Persian word which simply refers to something hidden. This means that the jinn are hidden to humans unless they wish to be noticed. As per the Islamic faith, the family of jinn lived in isolated places. These areas are believed to be cursed or possessed, and people stayed away from these places, fearing they might attract the vengeance of a jinn for meddling its privacy. in the contemporary world, their invisibility could imply that they live in a parallel dimension that is comparable to our own existence. In other words, they can't be seen in real sense. The jinn family is regarded as being quite real in the Middle East. In fact, even in the current Arab world, there are some who imagine the jinn are just legends. Again, in Turkey, they are feared and respected. From the start, kids are instructed to keep away from them and avoid areas where their environment borders our real world. So, what it's saying here is there are certain places that you can go in the world that you can actually run into and contact these jinn. Okay. And sometimes they even cross over into our world now. Okay. I recall my father telling the story of how there were these, what he called them devils, okay, that they went outside and they actually let me have him to tell the story. Give me 1 second. Y'all are not going to believe me. So I'm going to let you hear it from the horse's mouth. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm going to let him tell the story because you're not going to believe me. So I'm going to let him tell the story. Yeah, today I'm with family today. So, and he is here. So I'm going to let him tell the story. So, Dad, I know you like to be all fixed up and all that.
Yeah,
So,
it's okay.
yeah. So, oh, you don't mind being on the screen?
It's all right.
Okay. So tell the story of when y'all were growing up, how you told me the story of how y'all saw those devils.
Okay. Well, when I was growing up, it was in the 50s, maybe early 60s. My siblings and I, we lived, we'd go and visit my grandmother in an area called the East Side of Jacksonville, Florida, and a very lonely, dismal kind of place. Um, you just, as children, it was not a place. It was not a happy place. Um, Most of the houses had no electricity. The 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 whole area was. I need to sit down.
You want to sit down? Yeah, you can sit down. Let me get you a chair.
Okay.
You keep talking. I'll get you a chair.
Okay. One second.
Actually, yeah. You can just sit down in this chair in the meantime.
And tell the story.
Yeah. I'll put the chair over here.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll turn like this.
Either way.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, the entire area was not a place where little children would enjoy being. Um,
Oh, better, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
you can let me move it over for you because you're on
Okay.
the screen anyway, so you might as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So the area was not kid friendly. You know, no telephones, no um, nothing for children. In other words,
So
it
tell
was
them the part where you had the where you saw those the
the devils.
yeah.
Right. So what happened was um, the place where my grandmother lived. Her ex-husband, I think, was killed in that house. And every time it would rain, she had the T-shirt that they took off of him when he was killed. So every time it would rain, that T-shirt would turn red as if that had just happened. I think he was beat to death. But anyway, we always felt eerie inside of that house. So one day we were all inside, and somebody came and knocked at the door, and we could look right out through the window onto the porch that was attached to the house. And when we looked out there, my mom said, "Who is it?" Nobody answered. So when we looked out there on the porch through the window, there were like three real devils on the porch. I forget the colors, but I think one was red, one was blue. There were three different devils. I mean, real devils. And we were so terrified. And then my uncles came running from the back. And when they opened the door, just that quick, they were gone.
What did they look like?
They looked like the typical, uh, stereotypical devil with horns coming out of their head. The, the skin was real skin. And we just caught a glimpse, but our glimpse was good enough that we knew we saw the same thing, and we were terrified.
So it wasn't just you
Oh
that
no,
saw it.
my all of my siblings, you know, and my mom saw it too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Great.
and then everybody started screaming, and my uncles came running from the back of the house, and it was like one of those what you call a shotgun house where it just goes straight back, and the rooms were like on the side like that, just straight back. And when they came running, and that's when they snatched the door open, and there was nowhere that these three things could disappear to
Mhm.
that quick. They were just gone.
Just gone.
Yeah. And that's why when people try to talk to me about um, supernatural things and, things of that nature, and they think they know what they're talking about, you can't tell a person who's seen something with their own eyes and they have others to corroborate,
Mhm.
what they saw. Everybody's on the same page, what we saw,
Mhm.
you know, and we saw that. And they disappeared just that quick. I don't know why they came there, you know,
Mhm.
but they were pure damn evil, you know,
Mhm.
and that's what we saw.
Great. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that nobody wanted to talk about anymore. Everybody was terrified of it.
I hear that. I don't
Yeah.
blame you.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was scared.
See, so I just wanted to have that as proof and to see I'm not just making this up. Okay. That is a personal account of this. So where I left off in the reading was talking about how these jinns, there are certain places that humans can make contact with these jinns. There's certain places in the world where the jinns exist, and certain places where the material world and the world of the jinns intersect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that is, I just wanted to shed light and give a personal example of what is in this article. Thanks, there.
Okay. All
So
right.
it goes on to say, in other words, I'm sorry, not in other words, in other parts of the world, like the West, there is little awareness of this old fashioned race, though they have been named in the media and some other popular writing because of some spirited Disney tales of Aladdin's lamp that were there in the Western society and other distinctive stories of genies. The Western world sees jinn on the genie as being naive. The people of the Middle East, both modern and ancient times, view the jinn as quite dangerous and unruly. The Quran says that just like humans, jinn have a free preference and can decide between the good and evil. Basically, this implies that not all jinn are evil, which is true. Not all of the jinn are evil. Okay, I just want to put that out there. All right, not all of the jinn are evil, contrary to popular belief. Okay, actually, some are genuine and many are just reserved and do not want to be disturbed by people. The Quran has a whole surah devoted to the jinn known as al jinn. Normally, jinn doesn't have a tangible form. However, they can take various shapes. In Oman, the Arab country, inhabitants in the communities close the Hajar Mountains. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. In Oman, the Arab country, inhabitants in the communities close to the Hajar Mountains consider that a jinn can invade our world for an unknown period of time. The Arabs believe that Hajar Mountains, found in the northeastern part of Oman, are the areas in which the jinn can access the world. Also, the Oman people believe that you can differentiate jinn from a human being by checking their eyes. Their eyes usually mimic those of humans, therefore, it is hard to distinguish them. The jinn's eyes would appear yellow with elongated pupils. Because they have this complexity and don't want to be noticed, quite a number of them will simply take the shape of a dog, snake, or other animals well known in the area. There exist male and female jinn. Further, they partner and have families. Their family relatives are grouped together in clans that are led by a king. Seemingly, Jin's children are pretty interested in humans and will always appear like gnomes, fairies, elves, and other beings notable in mythology. Despite the fact that Jin kids are influenced by their mothers and fathers to fear humans, their interest usually gets the better of them. Consequently, they will occasionally try to associate with human children. Maybe parents need to take the narratives of their kids' imaginative friend more thoughtfully. Although it has been practiced in the past, Islamic law doesn't allow humans to wed jinn. It is believed that the offerings of such union can be physical in the form. However, they are sociopaths that do not distinguish right from wrong. In Iraq and Iran, feared serial killers are believed to be the outcome of matrimony between a human and a jinn. More so, it is stated that offerings to this unholy that the offsprings of this unholy matrimony have exceptional strength, intelligence, and charm, as well as unbelievable capabilities of mind power, which originates from their jinn half. Additionally, Saudi Arabian people assume that girls with quite hairy legs are questionable of having jinn, as well as, I'm sorry. Additionally, pardon me, my eyes, the font here is very small. Additionally, Saudi Arabia people assume that girls with quite hairy legs are questionable of having jinn as one of their origins. Okay? And I'm not going to go too far into the reading there. I just wanted to bring this out to show you the jinn, okay? That jinn are entities. And when you drink gin, okay, you are taking something that will allow you to be possessed by gin, okay? And like I told you, gins can be captured in bottles, okay? Captured in other objects, not just bottles, but also, you can access them via like seals and sigils, okay? Like here you have a sigil here, okay? And if you look here, you have the magic circle of Solomon, okay? And you can invoke these entities if you know how to utilize these seals and sigils, okay? You also find these same seals in voodoo, Palo, you know, and things of that nature. Okay, what they call Afro Caribbean traditions. Okay, the veves in voodoo. Okay, things of that nature. All right. So let me also share with you. So we're talking about here these spirits. I'll show you this here. Here is another alcoholic beverage. This is Nika Whiskey G&G Military Samurai Commander. Okay, so when you drink this stuff, okay, you invoke this energy. Okay, and those of you who know anything about how you can program water, okay, anything that any type of liquid or water, you can program, okay? You can, just like with regular water, you can program regular water. Like they did experiments, and this is real scientific stuff that I'm talking about. They actually conducted scientific experiments where they studied water crystals, and they studied how water crystals can take on different shapes and forms. Like if you take a bottle of water and you write the word kill and put it on the water and leave it there for a certain period of time, the water crystal will actually take the form of a killing object. Okay, they did an experiment and they showed where they wrote kill, and the crystalline formation looked like a man with a knife getting ready to stab somebody. This is real. Okay, you can look this stuff up. Look at I think it was in the, don't quote me on this, I think it was in the Down the Rabbit Hole series where they talked about that, if I'm not mistaken. And they had this Japanese guy named, what's his name, Hashimoto Mashimura, something like that. Anyway, I have the book here that he wrote talking about the miracles of water, something to that effect. Okay, but it's real. Okay, and you can program water just with those kind of words. And they also did an experiment where they wrote the word love and they attached it to the water bottle and left it for a period of time, some days or whatever, and it formed a perfect crystalline geometric configuration. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Okay, so this is not hocus pocus, Shazam, spook God stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, this is real. This is science. Okay, and so yeah, let me show you another. Give me 1 second. And also, for those who are generous enough to leave a donation, I'm leaving the link here, and I'm gonna leave. Hold on. Let's see. For donations via Cash App, I'm gonna leave that as well. And that's $ capital K, lowercase LOVE 83, capital K, LOVE lowercase 83. And I'll leave that in the chat as well. Okay. So, yeah. So now let's look at, I want y'all to see this here also. This is another alcoholic beverage. Okay. Let me see if it appears on the screen. Give me 1 second. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm looking on the other screen to see if it's sharing. Doesn't look like it's sharing. Hold on, let me screen share again. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing this one, and then I'll share this one here. Okay, here we go. Now this one, this is an alcoholic beverage. This should be on the screen now. And This one is called Karizawa, Spirit of Asama, single malt whiskey. Okay, Spirit of Asama. Okay, as you can see, spirit. Okay, it's a spirit. And now, when you read what Asama is, okay, let me show you this here. I'm gonna read. Okay, this here. Wait a minute. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Pull this up. Here it is here. Okay, this should be it right here. And this gives you the breakdown of what Asama is. Okay, and let me scroll down a little bit. It says here, okay, why is it not showing this on the screen? Hold on. Stop screen, share. Okay, here we go. So it says here, Legend of Asama. Okay, the ultimate tribute to Karizawa. Okay, it says the history of the legend of Asama. Okay, so it says here, the spirit of Asama is one of ice and fire. Okay, and it says Mount Asama in central Honshu is Japan's most active volcano, permanently smoking. Okay, the last time it erupted was as recently as February 2009. At the foot of the mountain in Nagano province, it is an elevated plateau at around 1,000 meters above sea level on which stands the town of Karizawa. Okay, and you see the volcano here. The air is fresh and cool in summertime compared with the torrid heat of the plain below. And this made Karizama a popular resting place in times gone by for messengers and travelers. Messengers and traders, samurai and officials traveling between Edo, now Tokyo, and Kyoto, Japan's ancient city. From the 1880s, it became a resort for fashionable families, including the royal family, and today it remains an upmarket destination. What makes Karizana whiskey different? Okay, we don't need to get all that. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't need to glorify the whiskey. This is talking about, its taste and all of that. You know, we're not trying to glorify this. Okay. So now this is So when you drink this whiskey, okay, look at what type of energy you're invoking. Okay, you're invoking the spirit of a volcano. Okay, you're invoking the spirit of a volcano. So, you go to a bar or whatever and you see people full of hell, full of rage and anger and wilding out and fighting, tearing ish up, it's because they full of that volcanic spirit. They got this volcano energy. They're ready to fight. They're ready to throw down. They're ready to kill somebody, and just raising hell. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this volcano here. Look at this. Look at it. Okay. And you're putting this type of frequency into your body. You're going to be full of rage, full of hell, full of fire and ice. Okay. Raging fire or ice cold. I say, you got a cold heart. You're cold, man. You're cold. This is what type of energy you're invoking. Okay? Yeah, this is real. Okay? I like to show you and not just talk. Okay? And right about now, we're at that half-hour mark. Okay? And we're going to have to cut it. And we'll continue on tomorrow on the sacred moon day, which you call Monday, but it's really moon day. Okay, that's where they get it from. And if you look back at the first sermons that I did, I broke down how these days, okay, are named after the planets. Okay, Sunday is Sun Day. Saturday is Saturn's day. Monday is Moon Day. Okay, I broke all of that stuff down before. So, should be no question or doubt about that at this particular point. All right. So, and again, that's not saying this is bad or anything, because that's what, when you study these sacred teachings or holy books and stuff like that, that's all it is. Symbology, astrology, numerology, mathematics. Okay. Anyway, so on that note, I'm going to sign out and say until the next time. Oh, and I might go back on later on tonight. Okay. I might come back on dealing with some indigenous stuff later on, some a little open forum, could talk and chat. Okay, so until the next time or until later, do the dog eh. And again, also make sure you hit the like button. Okay, this way this information can get out there, people can get the message, blah blah blah. And also, for those who are generous enough to leave a donation, I have 2 links for donations. One here is the link to the website. The other is the link for those who have Cash App. Okay, it's not mandatory or whatever. It's just, help with the research, help to upgrade the quality of what we're doing, things of that nature. I'm not pocketing the information and stuff like that. I don't floss, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, until the next time, do the dog